watching Go.2, and today I'm talking about specials, David Tennant specials. I'll also be talking about his era next video, stick around for that, and then we'll also be talking about Series 5 the following video. We talked about Series 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're on the specials now, so yeah, let's get into that. But I'm not doing the Christmas specials. I'm not doing any Christmas stuff like that, apart from Regenerations. They're included when I'm ranking them. So I've already done a top 10 on Christmas specials, and there's no point me talking about it all over again. So yeah, let's get into it with Planet of the Dead, Waters of Mars, and End of Time Part 1 and 2. So we're missing the first Christmas special. Yeah, let's get into it. Malcolm, I absolutely love Malcolm. He's so funny. He's brilliant. He is. He did so well with his little mathematical equations, and the doctor said, I'm amazing. I know, I heard. And he's like, I love you. And the doctor's like, I love you too. Oh, it's so lovely. I love that dynamic. The Christina, yes, the robber who has police chasing her. Her boyfriend gets arrested. Yeah, at the start she gets this diamond and it saves their lives later on. It's not a diamond, it's some sort of, it's something very important, let's just say. It's some gold. The 10th Doctor, he's brilliant in this. I loved him. I think he's done well. He's class, and it's Easter. It's an Easter special. I'm just keeping a check on my notes to keep me on track. The song is ending soon. Yes, that warning. There's a psychic woman. She can see into the future, and the song's ending for the 10th Doctor, leading into his finale death, which is different. The flies, these creatures, these alien flies, are so lovable, and then they die. Bless him. Apparently, in the confidential, they had to kill the flies off because there was no way to end the story well with them being alive, so they had to kill him off. Also, we got these metal creatures that are basically brilliant designs of them creating these portals. They go so fast and they eat everything to live on and go to different planets and eat that planet up and then go to the next. But because they can create these portals with going so fast, and they can get through the portals with the metal stuff on their backs, and the 10th Doctor and Christina meet up on a bus. She's running away from the police. That's the only way she can escape. The bus goes into this teleport, basically, from Earth to this other planet of the Dead, we shall call it. And yeah, we have a dynamic with Christina and the 10th Doctor, lovely. And we also have a dynamic with the people on the bus, which was so nice. There's a person from Tracy Beaker, I do know, and there's this other guy that's a comedian, but I'm not sure of. Yeah. A bus driver tries to walk through the portal, but because he's not made out of metal, the bus survived the crash with a little dents and stuff. But he's not wearing metal, so he walks through the portal and turns into a skeleton. He dies. So you have to go through they have to get the bus working, but they're on this planet full of sand. So there's loads of dynamics and so much disaster coming, and these creatures are coming to eat and everything. Yeah, it's a 9 out of 10. A really solid, fun story. Waters of Mars now. Yes, Mars itself looked beautiful and interesting. The future, yes, the future. We're in the future now, which is not far from where we are today. To be fair, it would have been the future, but it's not that far away, I don't think, for us now watching it. Fixed Point, of course, we've seen Fixed Point before with the 10th Doctor and Donna making that decision to blow up Pompeii, because it's a fixed point, it has to happen. And this time the crew have to die, and the 10th Doctor refuses this time. He's trying to back himself away, but he can't resist. These water creatures, one drop and you turn into these creatures. The water, the ice warriors are gone from Mars, but we have a little cameo, little reference about them, which was nice. They take the form of water, and they want Earth because there's so much water on that planet, and they can affect and make these cracking, scary monsters, which is interesting. And they were chasing around, Flood, they're called, I think, and they're blasting water everywhere, and there's a lot of problems happening. Yeah. Then we've got the 10th Doctor refusing to die. There's the water creatures banging on the door, He's like, 3 knocks is all you're getting because 4 is meant to be the time he dies. Then we see Alligator Brooke. I can't say her name. Brooke, I'm going to call her. You know the one, the captain. And we have a little thing with her. We see her family on screen for a little bit. We also see this other woman as she turns into the water creature. She gets infected. She's crying her eyes out because she's not going to see a kid anymore. And we see that's so harsh and scary to think. And the ship that they were going to escape on gets flooded in water, so they have to blow up the ship. All these people are dying. There's so many different ways the water can get to you. The water always wins, as the 10th Doctor says. And you've got this gadget creature that the 10th Doctor met at the start, and that's their solution. He puts the key in the gadget. It could water. It can't do anything because it's electric. It's a robot. So it goes in the TARDIS. It opens up, sends the TARDIS to the Doctor, gets them all to escape because he refuses that they will die. And of course, he told the captain, Brooke, Alistair Brooke, I can't say her name, Brooke. He told Brooke that she was meant to die, and now she refuses that because her history has changed if she doesn't die. So she commits suicide. She kills herself because she knows it's the right thing to do because the future needs her to die. You know, for a family to succeed, for the planet to succeed, and the Doctor refused her to die. Yeah, and he turned into the Master in a way, Time Lord Victorious, which the Titan comics as well has done wonders with him refusing to die and turning into Time Lord Victorious in a powerful different way if the 10th Doctor lived on. So yeah, he was turned into something he fought to face against, really, the Master. He was turned into the Master. Yeah, I really enjoyed Waters of Mars, and I would give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Attention.
They're on the roof.
Water always wins.
I'm charging you two, aiding and abetting.
Yes. I'll just step inside this police box and arrest myself.
End of Time Part 1 and 2. David Tennant, I don't want to go. And in fact, I've got it on the TV. And I was kind of watching it for this review. David Tennant's final story. Bless him. I've managed to meet Wilfred. He's such a lovely guy. And I've also meeting David Tennant and Donna in December at Wales Comic Con if they don't quit. Like they don't have other commitments, so hopefully I meet them at Comic Con. Yeah, so let's get into it. So the the prophecy, that's the one. So the I can't say the words. I got it right once. You know what I mean. The prophecy. There we go. Yeah, the 10th Doctor will die. The Master returns. Yeah, the Master returns. It's his secret organisation that's got that little ring, makes the 10th Doctor survive. He gets brought back to life. Howard Saxon's wife refuses that. She spreads this thing onto her because they needed a DNA set to bring him to him, to make him back to life. And she puts this thing on him, so he's still dying. He's turning into a skeleton, but he's got these powers as well from the afterlife of sorts. The Master's plan. Yes, the Master's plan is the Master's race, which we later see. Famous people. These famous people take the Master so they can live forever. So he builds this machine. We also see him eat some tramps. We see him eat these people because he's hungry and he's dying and he needs energy. So he's very different to what we've seen him last time in Series 3. Donna's family. Donna's family is lovely, and this is the last time we ever see them. And yeah, I also noticed I've met Donna's mom and I've met Wilfred, and I'm meeting Donna hopefully in December. So I've met the Donna Noble family by this point, hopefully. And yeah, I just can't wait. I love Donna's family. I think they're the best family we've had. And then it comes the Tylers, of course. Rose's family is second best, I think. Yeah, We've also got Wilf and Ten. That dynamic is so lovable. And it's Christmas. Wilf is making funny. He's got this little tribe of people trying to find the Doctor. Of course, Captain Jack's done this for thousands of years, but Wilf finds him in 2 hours. And he meets these old people. The 10th Doctor's got to be nice and stuff, but he's also got to find the Master. He's on the hunt because he knows the Master's dangerous. Yeah. The Master takes over. He makes everyone turn into the Master, apart from Wilf. The Doctor saved Wilf, and Donna's the only one who hasn't turned because of the meta crisis. So Donna's remembering the cliffhanger there. The Master's took over the place. It's all chaos. It's all destruction. There's a load of John Sims. Oh dear. Yeah, do you remember turning into John Sim? I don't. The Fornox, of course, in his head. We've learned that the Time Lords planted that in. We're on to the second part now. The Time Lords are planting stuff in his head, the Fornox, so they can escape the Time War and they can come to Earth. Rassilon, what a good character. The guy who plays James Bond. Rassilon is absolutely amazing and incredible. And yeah, what a way, what an ending to the David Tennant era with the Master, Rassilon and the Time Lords. And of course, the 10th Doctor's on the spaceship with these aliens from the previous episode, these green creatures. And 10th Doctor's trying to get to Earth now. He's got to stop the Master. He's also got to stop the Time Lords more than ever because the Time Lords are back. And he's also used his Wilf's gun, which we have a lovely chat of Wilf and the 10th Doctor talking about their lives and the stuff that they've done. He said, I'll never take a gun, I'd never shoot someone. Sorry. And the 10th Doctor hears the Time Lords are back. He grabs the gun, ready to fight. And Wilf and this alien creature are shooting down these missiles. And then the 10th Doctor is flying the ship, ready to destroy. And Wilf's like, I know this is it, sir. You said you were going to die, but is this it? Are we all going to die? And the 10th Doctor pulls the ship up. I think if Wilf didn't say that, he would have went and killed them all. But yeah, he lifts the ship up. He would have done that, to be fair. I know you say, oh, he wouldn't, but he would because he's Time Lord Victorious mode and he's very different to what we've seen the Doctor normally react in certain situations. Plus, we haven't seen him react against the Time Lords in a long while. Anyway, he pulls the ship up and he drops himself out, ready to crash, and he splatters onto the floor and he's dead. I'm joking. He's back. Somehow he survives it, even though the 4th Doctor fell from a crane or whatever and died, and the 6th Doctor died from a couple of feet, you know, he slipped off his bike and fell on the floor and died, so I don't know how the 10th Doctor survived that, because he's David Tennant. Yeah, so he has a gun, he's pointing them out, he's like, Wilf sends the alien ship to land it so he can get back to David Tennant if he needs his help. The Time Lords reverse what the Master's done, everyone's back to normal, but scared because the Time Lords are coming, the planet's above them. Donna's safe and sound, just asleep. Yeah, so then there's the last bit is the Time Lords and the Master, and the Master's furious. He's still trying to jump on sides. He's on the Doctor's side now. He's on the Master's side. He's flipping between the two, and the Doctor's flipping between the two as well. He's like, should I kill the Master? Should I kill Rassilon? Who do I have to shoot? And he works out he has to kill the machine. He blows up this machine to send the Time Lords back. We also get this woman. Who is she? Is she the Doctor's the person that looked after him as a kid, or his mom? We don't know. That's a mystery that Russell T Davies just let us never know the answer to, but he did that on purpose, to be fair. It's Russell T Davies, he's a genius. So the Master does the 4 knocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, blowing up the Time Lords, and I absolutely thought that was so epic as a kid. I really enjoyed it. And Rassilon's furious and I will not die, and you die with me, Doctor, and the Master jumps in the way and saves the 10th Doctor. And he's willing to die, the 10th Doctor. He's like, I know. But he lands on the floor, the Master and the Time Lords disappear, and they're fighting to the Time Vortex. And the Void. And yeah, the 10th Doctor's on this floor. He thinks he survived. Everyone's gone. The threats are done. We can live on. The Doctor's survived. And no, Wilfred's banging on that door because he got stuck. He tried to help some other human out. We forgot about Wilfred. He's in this radiation pod, which the Doctor has to take his place. He's furious. It's like, I could do so much more. And, David Tennant, what a man. And we lose him. And who wouldn't sacrifice himself for Bernard Cribbins? It's Bernard. He's a lovely man. I've met him, and I would sacrifice myself for Bernard Cribbins. Even though he's 90, I'll give him as many years as he has, because it's Bernard. Yeah. So Wilf is saved. David Tennant's absorbed the radiation that's killing him, and he says goodbye to every companion he loves and knows. He says goodbye to them all, and he gives a little pound off Donna's dad, who died, who was originally meant to take Wilfred's place, but in a way I preferred Wilfred, so I'm not glad that he died, but glad we got Wilfred, you know. So Donna's dad gave a pound to the 10th Doctor, so all the Donna's family are involved in her triumphant return with all this money. The Doctor buys a lottery ticket, he knows the lottery, he gives it her, and she's set up for life, which is a nice little thing. Everyone's happy, everyone gets a little ending, really. And then the Doctor just goes off. He says goodbyes to Rose, as it all started when he regenerated near Rose's Square, 2005, before she got put in the Parallel Universe, and we see the Ood. We will sing you to your sleep, Doctor. And then the 10th Doctor goes off. I don't want to go. And regenerates, and it's so upsetting to see my Doctor, my childhood Doctor, in such a way, but he did it triumphantly. He was brave. He went out brave. And yeah, David Tennant, you're my child Doctor. You're my second favourite Doctor, and you will always be one of the best Doctors for me. You helped me for a lot, and yeah, I absolutely love his whole era. Rusty Davis did him wonders. So yeah. Anyway, that was it. So basically, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and 9 out of 10 for 9 out of 10 overall. Yeah, I just love this story. You've been watching Go Doctor Who. I'm going to talk about David Tennant's era now. See you guys in the next video. Comment down below. What was your favourite from the David Tennant specials, and what would you have said about Journey's End? It's quite part 1 and 2. What would you say of it? Because it's quite a debate. It's a bad episode, it's a good episode. I actually loved it. David Tennant.